You know, some people would call September a disappointment. September just kind of is what it is. It always tends to be a little bit rough in terms of assets in the crypto market. In terms of ADA, we're down about 2% on the month. I understand that that's something that can change over the course of a day or two. Maybe we see a green close for ADA this month. But what I want to talk about is actually something that is on the verge of a close at all-time highs, which is huge for ADA. It's huge for altcoins because we are seeing something else rise at the exact same time. This is showing you that the market is prepping for potentially the largest Q4 we have seen in history. And I want everybody to be aware of this because we may close this thing out with a boom. So if you guys are new or haven't already, show your support for the channel down below. Hit that subscribe button, that bell. It's free to do. It'll keep you updated anytime there's new content live here on the channel. So I will say that a lot of this year has been very much of the same, just slow and steady, up and to the right, trying to set higher highs. You know, this is kind of like the June shakeout that we had. It's a very small month here, to be honest with you guys. September's been pretty quiet for the most part. Volume's been just a little bit lower. We've been dealing with some manipulation and fits in the crypto market. And what we're obviously all prepping for right now is Q4. Again, just looking back at Q4, it has led to some very exciting movements in terms of ADA. We obviously know that November last year was a massive one. We know that October, November, December of 2023 was a massive one as well. Historically speaking, this tends to be very good for the crypto markets. And so what I'm watching right now, what I wanted to look at was actually total 3 minus USDT. So all assets outside of BTC, Ethereum, and USDT, the largest stablecoin in the space. What I found was very interesting. Right now, if we were to close our candle today, we are closed at the highest point, the highest monthly candle we have ever seen. This is higher than those highs from late 2024. These are higher than the highs from the height of the last market cycle. This is a pretty damn big deal. And yet, despite that, we have not set a new all-time high in this, okay? So you're seeing actually more confidence for altcoins right now, and this is green. Now, you may look at this and say, okay, well, ADA is red this month. The total 3 minus USDT is green this month. What gives? Well, this month, for the most part, has been pretty boring. We've had some pumps, but what you're seeing is a little bit of dilution in the market. So people are basically getting kind of bored. This is when people navigate out and look for other assets to park their capital in. Is this one going to pump? You're starting to see people speculate in a much bigger way. And that's promising because you need speculation to move the market to the upside. Okay. Hopefully that makes sense for people. And, you know, we've had months where ADA outpaces this total 3 minus USDT. We have some months where it doesn't. But what I found very interesting about this is while we're seeing this total 3 minus USDT actually on the rise and fighting against this longer term trend here, we're actually seeing USDT dominance on the rise. So at the same time we're seeing capital flocking into altcoins, you're also seeing capital flock into the crypto markets on the sidelines. So right now there's this huge reserve of capital that has not yet flown back into assets that we're waiting for. And that is what can obviously lead us on some pretty insane surges. Now, what I will say is that in order for us to have, you know, this insane alt season, this big parabolic move to the upside, the one that, you know, takes ADA to some of those levels like we were talking about. Again, my projections for this cycle have been between $7 to $15. We obviously still need adoption to take place. We have not triggered adoption yet. Retail's pretty quiet on the outside of the markets. That can change very quickly. And I want to remind everybody that that October is a huge month when we're looking at it. All right. October can be the thing that sends everything in motion, whether that be the approval and passing of the Clarity Act in the Senate, whether that be more interest rate decreases, which are likely to come later this month, whether that be the approval of spot ETFs. Again, right now, ADA actually has 2 deadlines not this month. It's not October yet. In October alone, these things could create this just cascade that leads us to a massive boom in the crypto market. All right. Now, one thing I wanted to talk about here as well, I forgot to mention, is BTC is broken back above structure. Hopefully that continues to be the case as the day progresses, especially as we get into the middle part of the week. I think the middle part of the week is going to set us on some good direction, or at least give us a good instance of an indication of what the market wants to do heading into Friday's jobs report. But here's what I will say as well. I'm looking at this total 3 minus USDT versus the total market cap. So this is basically the dominance of total 3 versus BTC and Ethereum. And you guys can see that we're still a long ways away from trends. So what this shows you is altcoins actually have a lot of room to move. Okay. We didn't see this move until basically the late part of 2021. This was our push to obviously our all-time high. We saw this back here in late 2017 at the highs of the market. So we're not even close to basically these altcoin highs yet. Now, what I found very interesting about this chart yet is we have the potential to hit this longer term structure to the upside, which dates all the way back to the start of this bull market cycle. And we have the potential to hit this downtrend here as well. Does this mean we kind of nestle right into this corner? Does this mean that this hits right around our October peak? Well, maybe. And again, it seems a lot more like this market cycle is going to be extended, which means I would think that this would actually break above this longer term trend as we get out in 2026. But that's just me speculating. Again, we'll just have to watch and wait and see what the capital rotations do. We'll have to wait and see the confidence in the crypto market. But it's obvious right now that the total 3 minus USDT is outpacing the total. You guys can see over the last 3 months, it's been green, 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 green. And that's exactly why we're accelerating into this technical alt season like we've talked about. Now, again, we look back historically speaking, we tend to see October just be a killer month. It just tends to crush it. Two red months historically in terms of BTC. You guys can see that these Q4s have rounded out in a heavy, heavy green way. 2021, Q4 was up. 2017, Q4 was up. 2013, Q4 was up. Okay. So that's all I really need to say in this video. I can't stress the importance of this enough. I wanted to just touch on this briefly. Tyler Burke said, there will be an ADA Cardano supply shock soon. The last 2 times I bought ADA on exchanges, they didn't have any. It's a long wait, which indicates they are low. And we have talked about this ad nauseum. I've talked about this since all the way back in either late 2022 or early 2023. And the trends haven't changed. Okay. Last week alone was, oh gosh, what was it? Is that right? $66.82 million worth of ADA removed from exchanges. September alone, despite the ups and downs, despite the uncertainty, $177 million worth of ADA removed from exchanges just over the month of September. Guys, I can't tell you how excited I am about what this upcoming quarter can bring for the crypto market. Everything seems to be aligning perfectly. It doesn't mean it's all going to be green. It doesn't mean there won't be red days along the way, but everything is starting to shape up to the point where the market has an opportunity to make this boom, where altcoins have the opportunity to see those historic gains like we've seen in the past. So I appreciate you guys as always. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know your thoughts below. What do you think is coming? Are you paying attention to this? But have a great day. Share your love below. Catch you guys in the next one. Take care.